G'day. I'll try and be quick. I know a lot of you are probably sick to death of this by now. Today, Gloria was good enough to reach out to me. She's very upset, and quite understandably so, because it turns out that apparently she wasn't dismissed from the Shire of Northam or the Shire of 2J. Unfortunately, I made an error of judgment in going by the statements made me by various members of the community who are, for whatever reason, misinformed, and as a result, I sort of left with egg on my face. So I'm a bit upset about that, but because I don't want to go around accusing people of things that they've not been doing. What I probably should have said at the time was that I was after information as to why the Ranger was no longer working in 2J or Northern, but not to worry. The business with hopping over the fence and taking photos, that's straight out of the CEO report. I was astounded myself. I didn't know that had happened till months later. I only just recently found that out the other week. I don't really know why or what that was about. I'm not at the moment trying to make any allegations, more collect information from my report so I can get a bit closer to the truth. Allegations have been made about me though, and well, really more than that. Since I've paid the infringement, I'm pretty much a convicted firebug, which is going to follow me around for the rest of my life. Means that, well, I certainly wouldn't be able to get into the United States. Not that I was ever that keen, but it's probably one of the only markets where Mercedes is still selling, and I had thought of going to see what was happening with my publisher who stopped sending me money. But it probably wouldn't have happened anyway, but it's certainly not an option now, and I don't know. As far as I was concerned, I had finished work on the house at 39 High Street and got it up to code by the 31st of October, as I've done every year. In fact, I took a little bit more trouble this year, if anything. But the only difference this year is this year I put in a written complaint to the Shire about how the inspections were being done. So, no, not just the Rangers' performance, but just a couple of procedural things that I wasn't particularly happy with. Like I'd put, it was suggestions as well, it wasn't just complaints. I said there probably should be like a two-person approval process on things in case the Ranger or an office worker has a conflict of interest in the case, and maybe they should be making phone calls before they send out infringements, just things like that. So it wasn't just complaints, but things didn't turn out good. Maybe you shouldn't complain. Why did I pay the infringement if I consider myself not guilty? I was actually going to look at taking it to court, but I had to go away, and I'd sent an email and subsequently a letter to the Shire asking for the photo they used to generate the infringement, so I'd find out what the evidence is, and also asked for a copy of their fire break compliance policy to give me some idea if I had any case. and you know, I didn't get either of those things, and I still haven't got them. Even though I asked under the Freedom of Information Act, I actually offered to pay. I still didn't get it. And then, while I was away, all those fires started happening and people started dying. So I figured it probably wasn't politically a good idea to take it turn up to the Northern District Court and, you know, look like some kind of guy that they don't like. So I paid. I paid the infringement, and I paid under duress, but I was getting final demand notices from the Shire and no communication at all other than that. So I thought, well, I'll pay and I'll get an investigation done. But as I said, the investigation is there's no photo, we're not showing you that. And we got all this stuff that was taken 8 days before the deadline for I don't know what reason. And I still don't think that fits the community standard of what an investigation should be. And I've been given no information as to whether, you know, does the ranger send these things out, or do they do the inspections and send the stuff out as well? Am I just dealing with a ranger? Am I dealing with office workers? I don't know, because nobody would tell me. You can't get this information out of them. I've been made aware that there's a couple of people that want to make their own complaints, that they don't want to attach it to mine, which I can fully understand that. Basically, the process is you really need to go through the local problem-solving process first. So you've got to go and see the CEO if you've got an issue with a bullying or harassment or anything else. And if you don't get satisfaction, then you can look at putting in a report to the Ombudsman. It doesn't have to be an epic one like mine has been. I mean, mine's big because it's got all the correspondence and photos. There's other things that I haven't mentioned. I've actually been peppered with these notices for both places, but it doesn't matter. So there's actually a form you can print out on the Ombudsman's website, and you can just do a 2-liner or a 3-liner, and they'll contact you eventually. I think they've got a lot of internet Telstra-related complaints for some reason. Anyway, thanks for putting up with me for 8.5 minutes. I hope I've cleared a couple of things up, and it's good to know that Gloria wasn't dismissed from the Shire of 2J or Northam. It's another bit of the puzzle. I'm just gradually finding out things that I don't want to be annoying, but if I don't ask the questions, nobody's ever going to tell me. Okay, you guys have a good weekend, what's left of it, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.